When fans first heard that Cha Eun Woo was suddenly picked up from the military barracks, the internet nearly exploded. Social media feeds were flooded with photos, shaky clips, and wild theories, each trying to make sense of what really happened. Some said he was injured. Others believed he had been called out for an emergency filming. But as hours passed, the truth remained locked in silence, until now. For the first time, Cha Eun Woo's agency has broken its silence, revealing the secret behind that unexpected pickup that sent the entertainment world into a frenzy. It all began on a quiet Friday morning. Soldiers stationed at the base where Cha Eun Woo was serving noticed unusual activity. A black vehicle with tinted windows rolled through the gate, followed by two men in plain clothes who appeared to be from his management company. They spoke briefly to the commanding officer, exchanged documents, and within minutes, Eun Woo was seen walking out, carrying a small military-issued bag, his face half hidden under a cap. He looked neither distressed nor sick, but there was something in his expression that sparked curiosity. Fans who happened to be nearby said he bowed respectfully to his comrades before getting into the car. Some said he looked emotional, others insisted he looked relieved. That short video clip, barely 8 seconds long, was enough to trend worldwide. The question on everyone's mind was simple. Why was he being escorted out so suddenly? At first, speculations spread like wildfire. One rumor claimed that Eun Woo's father had fallen ill, and he was granted emergency leave. Another suggested that he was secretly preparing for a surprise event connected to his group, Astro. But the most discussed theory came from fans who believed it had something to do with a confidential military project involving entertainment ambassadors. Still, the agency kept silent, neither confirming nor denying any of it. Then, almost 2 days later, Fantagio released a brief statement. It was so carefully worded that it left more questions than answers. Cha Eun Woo has been granted temporary leave due to a private matter. We ask for understanding and privacy. The statement only deepened curiosity. What kind of private matter was so important that his agency had to personally pick him up? Finally, after weeks of endless guessing, Fantagio's representative decided to set the record straight. In an emotional interview, they revealed that Cha Eun Woo had been called out of the barracks for a deeply personal reason, one that spoke volumes about his character and heart. It wasn't about fame, it wasn't about filming, it was about family. According to the agency, Eun Woo received sudden news concerning a close family member who had been quietly battling health issues for months. The situation had reached a critical point, and the family requested his presence, not as a celebrity, but as a son and brother. The military granted an emergency leave, and his management took the responsibility of personally picking him up, ensuring privacy and safety from media intrusion. That revelation brought silence to the online noise. Fans who had been spinning theories suddenly felt a wave of empathy. It wasn't a scandal or a secret project. It was a reminder that behind the polished charm of Cha Eun Woo lies a deeply human soul who values his family above all else. What truly touched many hearts was how discreet he had been throughout the entire ordeal. Despite living under the constant gaze of fans and cameras, Eun Woo never once let the world see his personal struggle. Even after his return to the base a few days later, he maintained his usual calm and gentle demeanor, never speaking publicly about what had happened. Those who serve alongside him have often shared that Eun Woo carries himself with quiet strength. One soldier revealed that even in difficult times, Eun Woo never complains. He helps younger recruits with their drills, shares his rations with them, and keeps the atmosphere light during exhausting training sessions. He doesn't act like a celebrity here, the soldier said. He's just Eun Woo, humble, respectful, and kind. After the agency's revelation, fans across the globe flooded social media with messages of support. The hashtag #WeLoveYouChaEunWoo trended within hours, filled with words of comfort and love. Many fans praised his agency for protecting his privacy and for finally sharing the truth with warmth and dignity. Others expressed admiration for how Eun Woo handled such a painful personal moment with grace. Several of his celebrity friends also quietly showed their support. One of his closest colleagues was spotted leaving a handwritten letter at a fan cafe with the simple message, "Some things are more important than the spotlight. Family first." Though the sender wasn't named, fans quickly suspected it was from Moon Ga-young, Eunwoo's longtime friend and rumored confidant. The two had been close for years, often seen supporting each other's projects. Whether it was from her or not, the sentiment perfectly captured what Eunwoo stood for. Interestingly, the agency also revealed that before leaving the barracks, Eunwoo requested to meet with his commanding officer to express gratitude for understanding his situation. He reportedly said, "I'll come back stronger. Thank you for letting me fulfill my duty both as a soldier and as a son." Those words, simple yet heartfelt, show why so many people look up to him, not just as a performer, but as a person of depth and integrity. Even after the agency clarified the reason behind the incident, many fans continued to express how much the event made them realize the fragile line between public life and private pain. They began revisiting his old interviews, noticing how Eunwoo often mentioned his family as his biggest inspiration. In one past talk show, he once said softly, "When I think of home, I remember peace. It's the place that keeps me grounded." That short statement now feels more meaningful than ever. Reports later confirmed that his family member's condition had stabilized, and Eunwoo quietly returned to complete his service. The agency added that he requested no special treatment upon his return. He simply went back to his assigned duties, determined to keep serving just like everyone else. His actions earned him immense respect from both fans and the military community. What made this entire story even more touching was how the agency handled it. Instead of turning it into a publicity moment, they waited until the family was ready, and until Eunwoo himself gave his consent. Their patience reflected the trust and understanding that exists between him and his management, a bond that's rare in an industry often filled with pressure and exposure. In the days that followed, fans began sending letters and gifts to the military base, though most were returned in accordance with military policy. Still, the messages carried through online communities, reminding everyone of the love and admiration that surround Cha Eun Woo wherever he goes. As more details emerged, it became clear that the sudden pickup was not a mystery of scandal or drama. It was a story of love, duty, and humility. It reminded everyone that even someone as seemingly perfect as Cha Eun Woo faces moments of vulnerability. But it is how he faced it, with quiet strength and respect, that touched hearts across nations. In a rare moment captured by a fellow soldier, Eunwoo was seen sitting quietly under a tree during a short break, writing in a small notebook. When asked what he was writing, he simply smiled and said, "Letters I can't send yet." That small line sent waves of emotion through fans when it reached social media. Some believed he was writing to his family, others thought it was a message to his fans. Either way, it reflected the emotional depth that defines who he truly is. Months have passed since that day, but fans still recall the event whenever his name trends. The story of that mysterious pickup at the military barracks is no longer shrouded in confusion. It has become a tale of genuine love and humanity. And now, with Fantagio's revelation, the world finally understands why Eunwoo's silence was so powerful. It wasn't to hide the truth, it was to protect what mattered most. Behind the fame, the elegance, and the spotlight, there's a man who carries his heart quietly. And perhaps that's what makes him so admired. The way he lives his life, with grace, sincerity, and deep care, continues to inspire countless fans who see in him not just a celebrity, but someone real. As we reflect on this story, one thing becomes clear. Moments like these remind us that idols, no matter how perfect they appear, are human too. They laugh, they hurt, they love, and they protect those they cherish. Cha Eun Woo's quiet journey from that mysterious day at the barracks has left behind not gossip, but respect. A rare and beautiful thing in today's world of constant exposure. To every viewer who has followed this story, thank you for sharing your warmth and understanding. Your support means more than you may ever realize. Not just to Eunwoo, but to everyone who believes that kindness and empathy still matter in this world. And as for Cha Eun Woo, fans are waiting patiently, knowing that when he completes his service and returns to the stage, it won't just be as the artist they adore. It will be as a man who has lived, learned, and loved deeply. His journey continues, and so does the unwavering love of the millions who stand behind him. Warm regards to all our viewers. Thank you for always keeping your hearts open, for seeing beyond the headlines, and for reminding the world that compassion is what truly makes us shine.